Hi guys, Mr. Y here, obviously, with a little tutorial on the F concert battery percussion scales in 7th grade here at Suffern Middle School. This is number 4 and 5 I'm going to do. Number 5 is the quiz you guys have, but number 4 is really background information and preparation for it. So I'm going to do number 4 and number 5, and that's how you should practice it too. You should definitely do, number 1, 2, and 3 also, obviously, but especially 4 and 5 to practice for the quiz. If you have not yet seen it, there is a video also on my YouTube channel called Drum Strokes, Taps, Buzzes, and Double Strokes. You want to review that too, because that gives you the background information in much more detail about the 3 different kinds of drum strokes you can play. So if you haven't watched that yet, you may want to do that as well, either now or at the end of this when you're done looking at this. Number 4 on the F concert battery percussion. We have, you can see a whole bunch of right hand strokes right in a row, right hand eighth notes at the beginning, and then the second measure starts with what's called a controlled bounce or a double stroke. Remember, a double stroke is not hitting the drum twice. It's not 2 taps. That's just 2 taps right there. A double stroke is hitting the drum once and letting it bounce only once. The distinction between a double stroke and a buzz, of course, is a buzz you let bounce as many times as you want, or as many times as it wants, really. Okay, a double stroke, you only let it bounce. You hit it once and let it bounce once, and then pick the stick back up. So that's what a double stroke is, and that's what's happening in measure 2. And then measure 4, measure 6, and measure 8. Also, the whole first line is right hand, the whole second line is left hand. Okay? So, number 4 would be 2, ready, and right, and 2, and 3, and 4, and double, 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 double. And then your left hand. The whole point of number 4 is to get that feeling for how a double stroke feels. You have to kind of get a muscle feeling for being able to hit it and then pick it right back up immediately without letting it hit 3 times or letting it only hit once too. There's kind of a middle ground you have to find in terms of how much you grip the stick and how much pressure you put on it. So it's really just a matter of getting so you can do a double stroke consistently all the time with only 2 hits on the drum. Okay? So you need to be picky about it. Do number 4 a lot before you get to number 5, really. Obviously, you can do alternate hands too. You heard one of mine there was 3 strokes, so I'm not always good at it too. You have to really develop that feel for it. Then, once you've conquered number 4, number 5 is really actually pretty easy. You've got 2 taps with right hand and then a double stroke right hand, 2 taps right hand and then a double stroke right hand. So for instance, 1 and double, 1 and double, 1 and double, and then right, left, right, left, right. You can see it changes up a little bit every other measure. Okay. Then the third measure is just the same thing with left hand. 1 and double, 1 and double, 1 and double, and then left, right, left, right, left. Second line mixes up a little bit more. Right, right, double, left, left, double, right, right, double, left, right, left, right, left, 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 double, right, right, double, left, left, double, right, left, right, left, right. So all together the whole thing, check it out. 2, 3, and left, right, left, right, here I kind of missed that last one too. Okay, it's a tricky business. You have to get really really consistent with it, practice it a lot, get it really good. Okay, but that's number 4 and number 5. Number 5 is the quiz, of course, but you do want to practice number 4 as first. And remember, go back and see that other video. So we use drum strokes, taps, buzzes, and double strokes if you want to get more in-depth information about double strokes. On the next scale that we get to, the page I haven't given you yet, we are going to get to double stroke rolls and that kind of thing. So you're going to need to be really good at double strokes. This is kind of the next level up in percussion. In 4th grade, you learn taps and buzzes. Really, then we practice them for a long time and get really good at those. Now is the time we get to start to get good at double strokes. Okay? And again, watch that other video, and good luck on the quiz. Thanks.